Hello, today is um let's see, let me make sure. Tuesday, December 22nd, 2020 at 11:12 a.m. So, I saw the paper, you know, I guess the paper lets you I guess that identifies that they stay here, you know, but I'm talking about from the previous quick video. So because it's usually the white Camaro that freaking wakes me up every morning. Um, but this bastard, um, this is her. This is my first time seeing her over here. So she idled that car for over, I don't know, like about 15 minutes before I got frustrated and annoyed and went outside. I didn't go outside. I meant to say I looked out the window and I saw her. I figured she had to have been a perp, you know, because why the hell you just sitting in your vehicle, idling your vehicle, and even though it might be a little later, but I still was trying to make myself fall back asleep because I slept around. I think I went to bed at I don't remember if it was between 11:30 and 1 a.m. somewhere around there, maybe before midnight. I don't remember exactly, but it was definitely after 1 o'clock when I fell asleep. And then shortly after 6 o'clock, I woke up and could not go back to sleep and was still tired and sleepy. So, um, it's, what made me suspicious you know, you, that you, you know, the way I've been harassed lately and stuff and being perped and what happened yesterday, so these perps probably go tell the front office, well, hey, I'm a public informant or I'm a police informant or I'm this or I work for this, and then they probably slick talk their way to get fraudulently, I don't know, I'm just saying probably slick talk their way into fraudulently getting you know a paper that looks fake, looks like as if they legitimately stay here, because she ain't never been here, never. Not since I've been staying here towards the end of November. So I'm mad because, I wanted to try to go back to sleep and I wanted to rest longer, but I couldn't. And earlier I was awakened to the that Camaro. Not every single morning, but a lot of mornings. Um, Now I have to hear them idling that new Camaro for like 30 minutes. Usually people don't idle the quiet cars. It's always the loud, raggedy cars that they leave idling for a long time, like as if they, want to be heard. Narcissistic abusers who want to be heard. But they're the first to call you attention seeking. And want to talk about your attention seeking, they use that word behavior, like you feel fucking animal or something. So, like, so now, um, I don't even know if she might be just a new hotel guest that just checked in, this morning or something. I don't know, but of all places, of all parking spots, and you want to freaking come by me, or they probably specifically placed her in this building. I've caught numerous times You know, it happens so much you might get a false alarm, you know. But the Kia that came over here, they didn't have a I don't think they had a paper, that a decal that said that they stay here. And you know, they were making all kinds of noise and like talking loud, laughing when I was trying to rest. And then they hurried up and got in the car and drove off. And the person who the fat female who was driving, you know, she looked dead at me, you know. So, you know, this lady, I kept peeping out off and on. And then 30 minutes, I mean, like when she, this lady, I had the video of her pulling off. You know, she acted like she was going to pull off. And then 2 minutes later, she came and parked right back in that exact same spot. And then I figured, who the hell is she that she looked like she's freaking, you know, look like as if she, you know, she's sitting in the car for over, you know, like, I don't know, like, sitting in the car for like over a half hour, you know, like as if she's sitting there, like if she's there to monitor and quote unquote punish me, you know. And all these people that, you know, they do witchcraft, they're witches, and you know, y'all wicked. So I mean, I really feel uncomfortable with her sitting right by my hotel window. And you know, like, if you really do stay here, why the hell normal people would get up and go in there, get out the car and go in their room as soon as possible. But you're sitting there in your car with the vehicle idling for a long time, you know, make me suspicious that you don't freaking stay here. And then the moment I put you on film, you driving off, you know. But now she parked the vehicle back, and last I looked out the window, if she is a resident here, she probably went to her room, you know. But you know, her coming to approach me, I mean, at my window like that, I don't know, that loud noise from that vehicle, and you know, startling me, you know, I don't know, drive me. It's like they're trying to drive me to want to leave. And then you're suspicious because your vehicle is white, and you know, they had the video I showed a couple of Fridays ago. I think it was 2 Fridays ago, about the white female perp. She was already hurried up and drove off. If I didn't have on that dress and was trying to adjust it, I could have caught her still there. But she stayed there and she was gonna stay there until I came out and put on film. That's when she scattered away. But I've caught perps go to the front office just for a few minutes and then leave, and then they don't even stay here, or even at other hotels and motels. It's like when I'm checking out, they're sitting there waiting for me to walk outside, and they all of a sudden hit me and beaming at my head with the energy weapons. So they even when I was in Mobile, Alabama, it never failed. Every time I check out a hotel room, the perps are there, like they want to monitor and watch me walk out of the building and make sure they see me, like a narcissistic abuser, want to make sure I'm walking out the building. Like when I go take out the trash, the narcissistic perps, they want to sit there and monitor you like you deserve to be punished, like you in jail or prison or detention, and want to make sure you made your trash in there. But all of a sudden, my head hurts so damn bad. That might be her beaming the energy weapons. But that Mexican man who I got him on film. Oh, look here. Oh, look here. I'm in 515. Well, I saw his vehicle parked there for something in the morning. The next morning, and then after that, I never saw him again. So, I've seen perps, trespass, and even inside the buildings and stuff. And they probably go from door to door telling real hotel neighbors. When I say real, I mean the ones who are legitimate guests here. They probably go by and door to door and telling them about me or whatever. I don't know. This freaking gang stalking stuff is mysterious. I really hate it. And it's like the worst nightmare. I can't believe that I can't believe that people do this. I mean, and then when the perps are harassing you, making noise or doing whatever, even if they're making noise at 2 o'clock in the morning, they're making like you're the irrational person for complaining about their noise. And 4 years ago, when I was reading about targeted individuals and gang stalking, that some people said that all they had to do was piss a neighbor off, and then they got put on a list. Or if they get into an argument with a neighbor over noise or something like that, noise, um, something simple like that. But I've been targeted and didn't even realize, but I mean, I heard some bizarre stuff going on. I didn't even realize it was gang stalking. But if a targeted individual smokes cigarettes, I heard the gang stalkers will go snoop through your garbage and try to save your cigarette butts and stuff like that. Um, that sounds like witchcraft to me. Um, it sounds creepy as hell too. And because no way in hell should you have a neighbor who acts like as if they're overly obsessed and concerned about what's in your bag. I don't have to tell you what's in my bag. That's none of your damn business. Um, because I always wondered why it was always every place I lived in, um, not as far as these little hotels or whatever, but like apartment or house I live in, it was just always this narcissistic control freak, fake friend kind of neighbor who acting like they want to try to control everything I do and act like everything I do or say is their business, you know. And when your own neighbor in Los Angeles, my own neighbor in Los Angeles, act like she think that I had to have her permission to go down in my hometown, New Orleans. Like fucking really? But if you go out of town, you won't tell me a peep or a damn thing. Um, So, I'm fighting, trying to fight for my life and my independence and freedom. That, I'm glad to be made known about narcissistic abuse. Because um this supposed targeted guy, I had to cut him off. He's freaking younger than me, but then you, you know I cut off all contact with him because the phone conversations will be one-sided friendship. He would always expect me to be there for him, but then when it comes for me having problems, he don't want to hear it or he don't care. And the other day he called me up and questioned me, and I was trying to take a nap, but I wasn't even all the way alert. But I didn't even get to fall asleep, or maybe fell asleep for a short time. But I don't even think I even fell asleep really. And I felt heavy pressure on my heart with the sleep deprivation. And he called me up and asked me, "Oh, did you block me?" Or I know, YouTube has been blocking me up. And he's like, "Did you block me?" And he said, "Well, this is my new number." I'm like, "Damn, I shouldn't have answered the phone." And so I hung up, cause like I got scared and froze, and I just hung up and blocked that number too. And it's like, well, he's probably gonna lie to everybody, cause he's mad at me. He's probably gonna smear campaign me and lie to everybody and say I'm a perp. Um, but it's like I almost can't even call anybody a targeted friend no more. Almost, because it seems like every time you have to deal with a so-called targeted friend, just about, it seems like it always has to be an elimination or something. Like you always got to get rid of them because they act, controlling and narcissistic and stuff like that. There's only one of them who ain't really like that, and allow me to be myself. But I mean, what targeted friend, you know, try to force you to, or try to make you get rid of your storage unit, or try to make you feel ashamed for having a storage unit and stuff. And this guy, he younger than me, but act like he thinks he has high authority and power over me. And I feel like if I have to be scared of you, then I know you're a narcissistic abuser. If I feel like I can't stand up to you. So I felt like I should have never given him any of my contact information. And that's the idiot that told me when I mentioned about the person who gave me $33.30, and I didn't feel comfortable with it because I could tell that was witch money. And he was like, "Well, be grateful for it and take it anyway, because I only get to eat one meal a day." I shouldn't have listened to him. But he tried to paint that picture that the false picture that I'm ungrateful or unappreciative. And narcissistic abusers, they do that. I mean, because I felt like I didn't want my soul to be in hot water because the witch gave me cursed money or something like that. But she was definitely trolling with that $33.30. 33 or 333. Why that specific number? Just like that guy who supposedly was targeted, and then he got big headed and arrogant, and he got books published, and he acted like a narcissistic control freak fake friend as well. And And so I don't even know if he's still homeless. But once he announced that he got ebooks or books published about so-called, targeting experiences, then he became big-headed and arrogant, and I don't even know if he sold out. And that's the bastard that gave me $7.77 for my birthday. Why 777? And you say you're Christian, or you're supposed to be Christian. So I returned that $7.77 right back to him. Why can't they have legitimate, sincere, true Christians, helping me in my situation that's not going to give me numerology numbers or occultic numbers, So I know what you're doing. I know y'all games. You can say you're Christian all you want, but y'all y'all pretend to be Christian, and y'all are the tares, pretending to be Christian, but then you do all this witchcraft and evil. But yeah, that guy who said, "Oh, go ahead and take that $33.30 and be grateful for it because I only get one meal a day." But he's living underneath his parents, and his parents only allow him, to eat one meal a day. And you're a grown man and you take this off your parents, but he's supposed to be targeted too. And he was, I was supposed to be there for him when he talked about his parents and still living with his parents. And so I guess he would stay there until he got kicked out rather than getting mad and voluntarily leaving. He, wait till he get kicked out and end up homeless, but he's supposedly targeted and can't get a job just like me, So it's like he called me up, talking suicidal a couple of weeks ago, and I was there and being supportive of him. But when I tell him about my problems, he acts like an insensitive, selfish jackass. It's all about himself. So and then getting off the phone, like every time after dealing with him on the phone, he even seemed controlling and stuff when I was on Instagram, and I felt like, damn, I shouldn't have let my guard down and given him my email and phone number, because as I said, other supposed targeted people, whether you're real or fake, they can talk about that. I have to listen to their family for 5 hours. I have to listen to them while I'm not allowed to get a word in, and I have to listen to them talk about their family for 5 hours straight. But then, if I got something to say about any of my family, they don't want to hear it. But people, they act like they're understanding and there for me when I talk about Alex or Star 15K. But, I'm not allowed, they act like they refuse to quote unquote entertain it when I mention about, any family perping me. Because I don't see why somebody should ignore you about talking about family perping you. And it's mainly your family who cash you in for money, like treat you like an aluminum can and cash you in for money. Treat you like an aluminum can and cash you in for money. So, wow, it's weird to say this, but I have my head hurts like exactly right here. And it wasn't until like almost 10 minutes of doing this video. And now, I don't know. It's kind of weird for me to say this, but it feels like a metallic headache. I don't know. I guess it's the best way to describe it. Yeah, I said metallic headache. Um, oh man. I mean, I've had intense headaches like this, but this feels like a different kind of headache. Some people say that when your head hurts right here, that means you have a migraine. But I don't know. Like, why would the videos? I mean, why would my head hurt after the I started the video? But I look at myself. I know I've been sedentary because just not out of laziness, but just wanting to avoid being targeted and followed. And then, me having to live off of cheap junk food. I can see like I can see I look like I'm bigger or fatter. Um and my clothes even fit tighter. But I don't know. I try to strive at every moment to try to get peace and quiet. Oh man. So I just don't understand. Even the masses, people are scared to fight back. And if the masses are doing nothing to stop the New World Order and the gang stalking and targeting program, um, and I did my personal debunking of the so-called targeted individuals being 144,000. I did my personal debunking of that a long time ago. But ain't no way we gonna be godly or perfect, and we're suspicious and I don't like that word paranoid, but suspicious and paranoid of each and distrustful of each other more than the actual perks. Um, you know, and then that same guy who I was talking about earlier, who I recently had to cut off, he embraces New Age as well, and he act like he believes in the fake Black Hebrew Israelites cult, and hmm, a thought just popped up in my head. I wonder how do the Black Hebrew Israelites cult people feel about Black Lives Matter, BLM? Because and physical protests that I've seen about this Black Lives Matter is these freaking closet racist white people who are narcissistic abusers who want to pretend just for show to front like they care about Black lives. The rich, proper white people, you know, who think they're better than perfect, like as that they can commit no sin. You know, they like I'm sitting here like in Mobile, Alabama, and seeing all these white people, marching and rallying for Black Lives Matter. Oh, now I'm like, okay, where are all the black people? you know, yeah. So, and when I told that guy about why I always, have to listen to you, but then when I got something to say, you try to make me shut up and you don't want to hear it. Narcissistic abusers always don't want to hear it. So if you treat me that way, why question when I block and cut off all contact with you? You know, my mind is not even clear right now because me feeling nervous about that it's a Jeep SUV, but not a physical Jeep, but it's Jeep brand of old Jeep Cherokee, old raggedy white Jeep Cherokee. I don't know. I just feel I don't feel comfortable with that thing being there. You know, um, but if I were to say something from a new age perspective, I don't like the energy from that. I don't, or she put me on a low vibrational frequency. That's how new agers talk. You know, so they have so much stuff I want to say on my videos, but every time I get on camera, I all the important stuff I want, or stuff that was important to me that I wanted to say, I it slipped my mind. But I feel like it would suck to be hated by the world and a targeted individual, and then still die and go to hell being rejected by God as well. You know, oh, my head hurts so bad. So, yeah, but I don't know if I can show y'all the weather. You know what? Yeah. Whoa, bastard. Can y'all see this? This is Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday weather. This is next week. But yeah, I mean, don't take me the wrong way, but I still do need help and don't want to have to ask for help and would rather be independent. Um, you know, but I don't know if this thing got refreshed. So I mean, I still do need help and stuff like that. But I don't like these perp witches playing games. Um, you know, but they probably use that to manipulate me into saying something like, if I catch on to the occultic 333 or the number 33, and they might be like, oh, look at her, she's unappreciative because I gave her $33 and she complained about it. I'm not complaining just to be complaining, but I'm complaining because I know a witch trying to manipulate and play games. That's what I'm complaining about. But if somebody were to donate just, $20, I'm grateful for that. I mean, because anybody can, give you like $20, but if you see what I'm saying, that they specifically want to use occultic numbers for their witchcraft, but, the targeted friend told me, another targeted friend told me last night that, that $20 seemed like a bribe, So I had to be careful about these, fake gifts. If they want to try to manipulate me into selling out, I have to be watchful. I have to be watchful and question everything, because I've heard other targeted people say the same thing, how Masons and perps will be fake nice and fake doing stuff to them on purpose, to try to get them to sell out. But they have, if they have a legitimate, genuine Christian, or even if you're not Christian, somebody who just want to do a good deed or just want to help, just help you stay safe and warm and expect nothing in return. What happened to those people? But nowadays, these narcissistic abusers, they want to try to make you feel indebted or try to use money as a trap or gifts as a trap, and as I said, I'm 37 years old. I never a day in my life accepted money or was even offered money to do anything evil. I mean, evil to another person, pretty much, But, I've turned down all offers to prostitute as well, So, this has to be energy weapons because the so-called headache migrated from right here and then it came over to here and now it's like throbbing and pulsating. Um, speaking of money, I'm 37 years old. Other than the stimulus check, you want to know when was the last time I saw, even with working, I didn't even really get to, like working those low wage part-time jobs. I still didn't really get to, well, maybe I did, but maybe for a short moment because if I get my exercise check and then my work check at the same time, all that go to bills and stuff like that. And me being even homeless on the streets, not in hotel rooms. I've had moments where I was working at the YMCA and also, I was working and, I was working at the YMCA and later on that other janitorial job and getting SSI and Social Security. And I still had to go and panhandle and beg. And then people, that lady acting like she was a narcissistic a narcissistic ghetto perp who try to condemn me and make a threat to tell my employer or my boss. And I started working, but I didn't get my first paycheck yet, and needed money for food. And then that lady condemned me, and then she said, "Over here begging." And I remember doing a video crying about it. I was actually in tears crying that she did that to me. And that was last year on my other, Psych World channel before it got deleted. So guess what? There's another lady who hijacked my channel name, and she calls herself Psych World. I think it's two of them, a white lady and another lady Indian from India. They call themselves Psych World. I thought that was my own original uh, creativity because I've been wanting to write a book since 2009 and call it The Psych World because of my frustrations about the mental health system. Um, and that was before I was woke to the truth, you know. But I'm still planning to do a book called The Psych World, but it won't be just about psychiatry, but it's this whole entire satanic system. I'm like, wait a minute, there's a whole entire satanic world system? Nobody ever told me this. So that's a book I have in the works or in plan, you know. So I didn't realize, I was blind to so much growing up. And the foster mom, she wanted to keep us ignorant. And you know, I'm glad to know the truth now, But what I was trying to say, so with work, I still never got to really see. Maybe I did and just didn't remember because you know how it is when you pay, when you get your Social Security check, you have bills to pay. So after bills, of course, I would have less than $1,000 in my bank account, paying phone bill and storage unit and narcissistic fake TI perks try to bully, harass, and lecture me and try to tell me that I should get rid of my storage unit or I should get rid of my phone. You know, I know Jesus is our main protection, the Holy Spirit, but like, like there was a point in time I wanted to ditch my phone too, and then when I wanted to ditch my phone, all the regular perks were like you have to have a phone, and then they want to try to force shove a TV on you. And when I have a place and they try to be like you have to have a TV. No, I don't want to watch TV. Who the fuck are you? No, I don't need or want TV. But you would be the first to try to bully, harass, and lecture me about wasting my money. You'll tell me I have to have a TV, but then I'm homeless on the street now, and you'll tell me I have to get rid of my storage unit. I have important things up in there, That's not your damn business. So, I so even with working and being homeless on the streets, and people automatically think you got no bills when you're homeless. So they think that you don't deserve to have any possessions because you're homeless. Or I'm like, well, what's the difference between, like, if I had a roof over my head, my own place to live, you wouldn't be trying to tell me get rid of my possessions or tell me I'm wrong for having them. But only because I have no home and paying for a storage unit, you want to call it a waste. Like as if homeless people don't deserve any possessions. So, you want me to get rid of my phones, want me to get rid of everything. But if I take the clothes off my back and strip naked, you'll be the first to call the police and holler indecent exposure. Well, didn't you say you want me to get rid of everything? So, I wouldn't do that. But, So yeah, now I have to have a new annoyance or a new nuisance here, you know, until I'm gone. Well, I don't know how long this bitch gonna freaking stay here if she's a new guest here. Um, so also before that, the last time I had possession of over $1,000 was $2,000 more, $2,019 of more Social Security back pay from when it was 2017, and they waited 15 years to give me more back pay and said that I remember when it was 2003 and we had that phone. It was 2002, and we had that phone appointment because I've been getting Social Security and SSI since 2002, and 2003 was when I started getting Medicare. So excuse me. So I started getting Medicare in 2003. So it was in 2002, and the foster mom lied on the phone. She lied and over exaggerated. And I was over 18. I was 18 going on 19. So I was forced against my will to stay there. I didn't want to live there, you know, and I tried whatever I could to get on my own. And, being of age, and then the foster mom manipulating me into feeling like I have to be forced to depend on her, you know, while um I don't know. So I mean, they manipulating you into feeling like you got nobody else to depend on. But then they didn't even train us up in the way we should go. They didn't, you know. So it's like in 2003, she lied and said she over exaggerated and lied and said that she spent over $900 a month in groceries. And, even Social Security caught on to that later on, but she's still protected by the system. Foster Parent of the Year award despite being abusive. You know, how the hell you win Foster Parent of the Year award and you're an abusive person? Um, so, and I laughed at that because, like, that's what they call Foster Parent of the Year award. The lady who forces 3-year-olds to eat out garbage cans she wins the Foster Parent of the Year award. um, so the lady who said I should have left your nasty, filthy, dirty babies where I found you. You're gonna wind up dead. You deserve to be dead. I'm gonna have them put her on a medication that would destroy her liver and kill her. That's what you call a Foster Parent of the Year award. So so they gave me $2,019 in the year 2017, but um, that was forced to go on nothing but I couldn't even use that for myself. That was to immediately go to me getting housing, getting Section 8, um, paying the deposit because I had to pay $700 deposit plus, you know, oh, it was a struggle. I had it really rough in 2017, financially struggling because Donald Trump was taking only when that motherfucker gets in office, he'd take out for Medicare Part B, and for 3 months, and then give you back all your money, all the rest of your money. So I think in October 2017, I think I was also able to see a little bit over $1,000, but that quickly went to me trying to evacuate Hurricane Nate, and I was financially struggling really bad. But I didn't panhandle or beg for money until after I tried to become a cab driver. And all I asked for was 75 cents for bus fare. And in New Orleans, people made a big deal out of that. Excuse me. So, then, before 2017, believe it or not, the last time I think I had over a possession of, like, whether in my bank account or any cash or anything, before 2017, guess when was the last time I had possession of over $1,000? Yeah, 2010, from what I remember. From it was 2010, and student loan back pay, and guess who took that? Family members. And that was like, and before I turned 18, the most money I ever had in my possession, other than working at Popeyes, and the foster mom was taking my checks. But let's say before I started working at Popeyes, the most money I ever had any possession of was $100 for Christmas. And the foster mom would give us the money and then look for an excuse to punish us and take the money right back. So, yeah, any possession of anything over $1,000 years ago, would be from student loan money, private loan money. I had a couple of like maybe 3 credit cards, and I didn't even want to go into debt, but my family taking my money and me having difficulty saying no and being fearful. I mean, I dealt with it with the other guy on the phone on Sunday, 2 days ago, and I, felt frightened, to stand up to him. I figured, well, if I gotta be scared of you, you're a narcissistic abuser, and I'm trying to work on that, trying to practice to stand up to people and not have fear of men, because I knew it would be a very nasty argument, and I didn't want to have to feel bitter and upset and stuff. If me trying to I already briefly told him, and we almost got into a heated argument, one time, and like, damn, I had to wake up out my sleep, even though I was out on the streets, but wake up out my sleep at 1:30 in the morning to talk to you and about your problems, but you can't even, you brick wall me and refuse to hear what I have to say. As I said, I'm sick and tired of a narcissistic, control freak, fake friend, and one-sided friendships. It's just not fair. And like people take advantage of me, and then I get told that I'm stupid for not standing up for myself. But then when I do stand up for myself, I have to hear lectures about how I would have done the wise thing to keep my mouth shut by another narcissistic abuser. But I'm like, motherfucker, you don't be wise and keep your mouth shut. You act like you think that you can say whatever you want. So, I'm sorry I'm kind of back and forth and going around in circles and all over the place. But, yeah, my head hurts so bad right now. And, so, I, just wanted to, illustrate to y'all that all these years of my life, and I have a bachelor's degree, and to go so many years of like continuous poverty, and then, a narcissistic abuser would be like, be grateful because other people have nothing at all. There are people who are starving and wondering where their next meal is. Well, didn't you prophesy that for me, bitch? While you living in your $400 million mansion and driving your Range Rovers, Rolls Royce, and Bentleys, shut the fuck up. Don't tell me what to be grateful for or thankful for, and you driving in a freaking Volvo XC90 or a Jaguar F-Pace, or you probably have both of them, and you want to tell me be grateful for 6-day-old moldy noodles while you eat like kings and queens every day. You don't know how you gonna tell me what to be grateful for, and you've been rich all your life. You probably never had a bank account of under $10,000, probably. So, even with private loan money, that was the most I ever had with over 10. Like $20,000 at once, and they don't even give you the full 20,000. They take out a certain fee or whatever, and then give you the money left over. So wow, because I don't know, with the so-called corrupt system that people won't even give you a chance to get out of debt. That I heard that if a person has bad credit, they're considered blacklisted and unemployable. But I was considered blacklisted and unemployable before I even turned 18, and they did workplace mobbing and abuse and stuff. But I heard stories about how a person couldn't get a job because of bad credit, or or they couldn't get a job because of their weight. If they're overweight or obese, they couldn't get a job. But it's like you're holding us back. And that's like you have to have a job in order to have a car, and you have to have a car in order to get a job. If I try to apply to have a job, I don't get that job because you must have a car with valid insurance. And I'm like, well, where were all these job opportunities when I did have a car years ago? And then for me to, everybody trying to control me the way that they want, with everybody being narcissistic vultures, and sucking me dry out of every penny like human parasites. And I never got to live for me. Excuse me. Everything good that I gets unjustly, illegally confiscated from me. No, motherfucker. You don't have the authority to confiscate. What you're doing is you're stealing. Theft. but you think that you have the authority to confiscate. But I don't know. I didn't know that that these people were of the devil, because I'm always being manipulated into feeling like everything I do or say is just wrong, or I'm the devil, I'm the evil one, or I'm this out of control monster that needs to be chained. You know, and like I had to realize, that everything is pretty much reversed from. I mean, everything we're told is like reversed. I'm like, wait a minute, so I'm the good guy after all. Um, so I'm truly not crazy. I'm like, wow, how liberating. Um, that I'm innocent after all these years. So I don't know what else to say anymore for this moment. But I'm hoping I can work on some more short stories and ebooks. Um, but despite what I said earlier, can any of y'all who are not attached to evil, if anybody has a heart, to I hate to even have to ask, if any of y'all has the heart to spread the word and donate so I can stay longer. Um, if I can stay longer, you know, because the day I'm supposed to leave is supposed to be it's supposed to be in the 30s that night and be cold and rainy earlier that day or something like that. But I'm really needing help. Um, and before I leave, I want to say that well, I noticed on this channel, I think I said it before that the perps must have their notification bell on with the subscriptions, because within less than 5 minutes of me uploading a video, it can say that I have one view, and then I already have 3 thumbs down on every video. And people try to tell me ignore it and don't complain about it. But hey, if this is part of my targeting, this is one bit of, even if it's a minor piece, it's a piece of evidence that I'm truly targeted. That I mean, I even get like I don't even think people I don't even think people, well, I guess a couple of people watched. There should be no reason that I have 3 thumbs down. Whoa. Oh, it's too bright. Hold up. There should be no reason to have 3 thumbs down on this video. Can y'all see that? On this video with me talking about the fire last night. And then I have another video, well, is this, I don't know if y'all can see that. They have the glare. Yeah. So, yeah, this that crazy fire from last night. I got 3 thumbs down. Hate. But the fact that I know it's perps doing it, and I know where those perps come from too. But the fact that I know that it's perps doing it, I guess it doesn't get to me as much because I know that they're perps. But my problem is when people are supposed to be my supporters, and I get all this hate and thumbs down from everybody, and I wonder, what did I do wrong or what did I say wrong? You know. So that's what bothers me when people are supposed to be targeted like me. And this is another video. I should not have had to get thumbs down on this video at all. There was nothing bad, really bad, on this video. Oops. Well, thanks for whoever gave me 2 thumbs up. I don't know if y'all can see that because my phone and my computer is not clear. Or maybe yeah, so. Yeah, I still do not have a permanent or a long-term solution for a place. That's what it comes to nowadays, that we're in the end times, that we're in the end times, that we have to be in the end times when, in order for me to fight to get a place and not be homeless again, the only way out is for me to sell my soul. And I don't want to do that. So, there was something else I wanted to say. There was something else. Oh, I remember what I wanted to say, but before I go, because then I'm gonna leave afterwards. Like, I noticed that people, they must be at work during the day. So it seems like if I upload a video during the day or in the morning, or it seems like I get like the least amount of YouTube views. But if I upload a video like towards the evening or at night, I get more YouTube views. But when I show proof or evidence of the gang stalking, if I say, well, loud perp, blasting loud music, nobody cares to watch that. But if I have my open talk and my gang stalking perp walk, well, I think my subscribers seem like I get more likes on there, the gang stalking perp walk. I think I get more likes and comments on the gang stalking perp walk, and sometimes the open talk. But not everybody likes everything I talk about, because I try as best as I can to speak truth based on research and personal experience. So thanks for listening to my crazy ass. I love y'all. And that's all I got to say for now. Bye.